Cool kid. What it is? Well, cool kids, I gotta tell you, there is a possibility that silver will close today above 50, the first time in all of human history that nominal mark has been met. And it would not be, however, the highest silver price of all times. Because, as you know, the highest silver price of all times was in 1980, adjusted for inflation. But we are, even adjusted for inflation, in the highest price points of all time for gold. There is no reason silver will not at least somewhat follow that suit and close that gap. So there's also no reason it will, because the price of silver is not based on silver at all. It's not based on this at all, guys. This $5 denarius, it's not based on it. Nope. It is based on a paper contract for a futures contract, for a product that isn't even in existence yet. So it's a promise that this stuff will materialize and be delivered unto the owner of said contract, which, may or may not happen. I don't know. But I certainly hope that forever and ever all the contracts are fulfilled now until the end of time. I do. I really, truly hope that happens. And maybe it will. But maybe it won't. Okay? And that'd be rough, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be rough if it didn't? And you had a silver contract. But guess what, cool kids? My prediction actually is that the U.S. markets will open today, and they will curb stomp silver as hard as they can and as fast as they can while volume is low. And you'll see silver, which went back over 51 overnight while I was working, drop into the 40s again. That's my prediction. But I've been wrong many times before. I will be wrong many times again. That's okay. Because I don't want to know it all, guys. I just want to ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? I like a little surprise. As long as silver stays above $48 an ounce, it's going to keep popping into the 50 zone. And if this holds, if this consolidates, honestly, it could be a springboard to stupid, is what I think. But that's not the question you should be asking yourself. The question you should be asking yourself is why? Why is silver doing what it's doing? Now, I believe there's a few factors that are doing this. Okay, well, among them are one, it's entirely possible that the paper contract era is coming to a close. It's possible. We'll see. People have been predicting this for a lot of years, and we don't know what's up. But it's entirely possible that the paper contract era is about to end, because there is an actual shortfall. Believe it or not, everybody, there's no shortage of silver. Well, maybe there is. Maybe there really is. Maybe the contracts can't be fulfilled. And maybe the naked shorts with no silver in their vaults, maybe they have been exposed, and they know it now because they're not able to stomp the price down. And maybe all the conspiracy theories are true because they weren't conspiracy theories. They were realities. Maybe. I don't know. what I do know is that silver is taking off like a rocket ship, and I've seen this show before. And last time it happened, it didn't do what it's doing right now. You didn't see sustained days of over 50, over 48. You didn't see that. That wasn't a thing. Okay? It wasn't a thing. There was no thing like that. It hit and then it went. It was up, and whoop, down. So if that happens again, that's a possibility. And I think that's what the bankster elites are hoping for. They're hoping that they can stomp and kill all the enthusiasm. That's what they're hoping. And I don't know. Maybe they can. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Do you think that at the end of the day, the bankster elites win again? They quell the rush. They stomp it down to survive another decade. Decade and a half. When does it finally pop? And doesn't that just make you want to redouble your efforts if it does pop? Or if it doesn't pop this time? Like, you know all that pressure is just percolating under the surface. Ready to go full tsunami. Romance explosions everywhere. Right? And while your dollar cost averaging up through the years, you could get another run at it if the bankster elites come in and stomp silver. So I don't want you guys to fret unless you're like 80 years old. If you're 80 years old, yeah, it's time to kiss your ankles at that point. Yep, kiss your ankles and yeah, bend over because they got you. They got you. But yeah, my advice, but not investment advice because I can't give that, but just my advice as a casual collector, right, is to definitely watch the GSR and move accordingly. If the GSR drops low enough, trade your silver for gold. How much gold do you think I could get for one of these things? Or 10 of these things? What do you think? I don't know. I don't think I have 10 of these, but if I did, that would be awesome. And it's awesome to think about the conversions and such. But yeah, how much gold can you trade these for? Oh, they're stomping it. Look at that. 50.01. They're getting their way. They're getting their way. And that's okay. Like I said, they can only stomp it so much, guys. And then the madness has to end. Where does that madness end? I don't know. I've been playing this game for a little while, you know, and they never cease to amaze me. But yeah. Nice and purdy coin. All right. What are you guys thinking? I mean, like, are you excited? Are you down? Let me know in the comments if you're excited about the silver price moving, or if you think it's kind of a drag. I think Caravel, even when it's all jacked up for $3.38, I think that's not a drag. I think that's a good thing. But I've been wrong before. I have. I've been wrong many times, all the time. Guys, just watch it. Watch the GSR. It's going to tell you what to do. Watch everything. Watch all the dynamics. Watch the technicals. Cup and handle patterns are the big talk right now. If you're into technicals, that's awesome. That's awesome. If you're not into technicals, that's awesome too. The fundamentals will take you far. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint, unless you want it to be a sprint. If you think, for example, silver's going to 70, you might want to sprint right now. If you think silver's going to drop down to the 30s and then back down to the teens, you might want to hold your. And there's nothing wrong with either position. Just remember one thing: Do your due diligence, cool kids. Do your due diligence and you will win. You are going to win. This dynamic move that we're seeing is just proof that you can win in silver. Look at if somebody had bought at the right price points. I'm not trying to cherry pick here, or over years, over the last decade. You know, I'm showing you here, guys. Over the last decade, how far in the hole could you possibly be? You know, here's half an ounce of silver for $14.71. Well, you double that, $29.42. $29.42, right? It's not a bad little price for a half ounce of silver. Or ounce, that I rounded it up to an ounce, give or take. I mean, it's not exactly half an ounce, it's really close. Disclaimers, but yeah, that's not a bad price. How about this? That's about an ounce, 1977. We paid $24.18 for that. $24.18. Well, yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's half a melt. That's half a melt. At the time, it was probably just above melt. You know, what's an old Italian states? 10 soldi. That's above melt still, but not by much. It's probably worth about $4, give or take. You know, it's got some wear, so you know that's a bit of a stretch, but let's see, $12.97. Yeah, that's gonna be way under melt. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Just think about what I said, and boom, just in the time of this video, my prediction comes true. Wow. Drive safely. I hope you hear amazing things about your life and all your dreams. I hope you find all the collectibles that you want to find. And I hope you find them in good time. And I hope that when you eat, you dine on the finest things that you can find. And, like, share, subscribe. Bye.